tons of our very talented Latinos who are on many of our boards and commissions like Jay. We want to thank you. John, I don't know what I do with my list. What was it?
You got Haiti?
Who
Haiti.
Hey, oh yes, Haiti. Want to thank Haiti for being here? I actually had a list. Let me see where my list is.
She
Yes.
does the signs.
Oh yeah. Thank you. We want to thank Haiti. Give her a big round of applause. We want to thank Alberto and Rosa, Maria Corrales, Greg Edwards, so many people who are here representing the strength, and then of course the young lady to my right, Jackie Reyes and her
I'm shy.
You're shy. Exactly. So, and listen, I just want to let you all know that we're working very hard in this re-election campaign. We were just doing some door-to-door campaigning in the rain. Second day in a row, we've been doing some door-to-door campaigning for a couple hours. Great energy out in the city. A lot of people understand that this has not been an administration of status quo. That this has been an administration where we did exactly what we said we were going to do 4 years ago. Don't forget, 4 years ago we said, we've got a great foundation, the city's doing well, but if we're going to be the premier city in the world, a world-class city, then we're really going to push the envelope. And I think people now understand what pushing the envelope means. It means
Getting things done.
yes, getting things done. It means that you hire the best people, and that there's no sacrifice for that. Again, we've got people in our cabinet from all walks of life: Latino, Asian, African American, Caucasian, and more. But all of them fit one bill. They are the best in what they do. They could work for any government, any private sector organization, and as Councilmember Graham said, whether that's motor vehicles, transportation, public works, which are so critically important and are doing better, whether it's permits or whether it's health, whether it's some of our agencies that affect young people, especially young people in the minority community, like the child welfare system, the juvenile justice system, where we need agencies that are compassionate, but agencies that get things done.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you can do is just rest on being compassionate. Kids who have been neglected and abused need someone to show up at their home when someone calls that neglect and abuse in and do an immediate investigation. Kids in the juvenile justice system, they need real programs so they can get rehabilitated and have a life as productive as they deserve. And even the work we've done with our homeless neighbors. So many of them from the communities that all of us come from. It's nice to be a compassionate person. It's nice to be a well-wisher. But the homeless residents need jobs. Homeless residents need housing. And they need someone to stay with them until they get 100% back on their feet. And our Department of Human Services has housed over 600 formerly homeless neighbors into housing. And as we get more money from either the Barack Obama administration or from local taxpayer dollars, we're going to keep doing that and keep implementing best practices. And all around the city, Councilmember Graham and I seem to be at a different groundbreaking or ribbon cutting every week in Ward 1, and we're doing others. We do it in other wards too, Councilmember. We're not just in Ward 1. We're really kind of really getting through this bureaucracy that existed where we would talk about dog parks for a long time, where we talk about finally saying, let's figure out, the quickest, smartest, most efficient way to get something done. And again, whether that's affordable housing, whether it's economic development. Obviously, the economic development in wards 1 and 4 has gone through the roof over the past couple of years. Whether it's recreation centers, whether it's libraries, unprecedented development going on. But when I talk about our tough decision making and really trying to shift another gear, put the city on a rocket, and shoot it off into the stratosphere, the top issue I'm always talking about is education.
Education.
I mean, you can talk, am I right?
Yeah.
Again, Councilmember Graham is an immigrant to this country. I always remind you. 3 of my grandparents immigrated to this country. You're not going to make it either as an immigrant or as someone who was born in this country if you don't get a fantastic education. I mean, that is the key towards everything. It's the key to everything right, and it's the key to preventing wrong. The chief is doing a fantastic job reducing the crime rate, but if we could get all these young people focused in school, prevent them from dropping out, reading on grade level, and going on to higher education or right into a career, our crime rate would go right to the bottom, and our unemployment rate would as well. And so we are redoubled and recommitted to fixing our schools. But again, you cannot turn around a city, an agency, and especially a school system that has been headed in the wrong direction, that has been ranked near the bottom, by keeping your hands in your pockets. You can't sit on the bench and just hope that someone else is going to do it, and you can't really do it without making tough decisions. I tell people, if you're going to make an omelet, you better be prepared to break some eggs. And we are in the business of providing nothing less than a world-class education for all of the 46,000 kids in the District of Columbia Public Schools. Nothing less. And what I love about Chancellor Rhee and the team she's put together is that she listens to everybody. She loves to listen to all of the issues that adults have. But where she makes her final decision is what's in the best interest of kids. And I've been waiting for someone to make decisions like that for a long time. It to me is a breath of fresh air, and to me it will lead to a turnaround of our school system in a faster period measured by decades. And so we are rejuvenated, re-excited, hopeful, and enthusiastic as we move forward over the next 10 months and 2 days towards the September 14th primary. Yes. Well, we're not going to get there by ourselves. Councilmember Graham and I will not get reelected if he and I are just at it alone. We need all of your continued support, enthusiasm, and hard work. So for the next 10 months and 2 days, what we just encourage you to do, as was said by my young introductor, please continue to write campaign contributions. The amount of money in a campaign is both representative of the support you have and critical towards getting the vote out on election day. Keep putting signs in the yards. When people see a Fenty sign, when they see a Graham sign, when they see it in a yard, they know that there's a supporter there and that they're willing to put the name out right in front of their house. And then whatever else you do, be it knocking on doors, signing up for election day, do it, and not just because you support the both of us, but because you love your city and you believe that the city's headed in the right direction, and we need to keep it going that way. So thank you all. Thank you, Latinos. Four more years.
Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, pero el día que yo me muera, se me tendrán que llorar. Dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste, y así te vas a quedar. Con dinero y sin dinero, lo que quiero, y mi palabra es la ley. Lo tengo todo creído.